2025 season. And we've got the Vikings' rocket-armed quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Vikings and the Broncos under the lights on Monday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. They'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Off the play fake, McCarthy. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off play action. McCarthy to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cook again. Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Vikings at 11-1 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That is taken in by the tight end fan. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A tackle made by J.T. Woods. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get that for the sack. Chase Young in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And now out comes Minnesota. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
First and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and bring to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Off play action. McCarthy. Touchdown! Vikings! Chris Watkins. 31 yards. And the Vikings took a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First down, here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense that came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gay knocks this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Throwing the incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McCarthy. He's going to let it go again. He's got him in. Complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Broncos. T. Higgins, 75 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Off the play fake. McCarthy going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 14. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. McCarthy. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jameson Williams, 44 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out of the backfield. Well executed there offensively.
offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that. Second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Burrow will throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Give that sack to Kobe Dean. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strikeout.
And it's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Young developing out there in the post corner. It was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it, because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to give the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Chris Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Chase Young in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means that...
The way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, 48 yards.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jamison Williams.
The second touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings hang on to that lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And Cook has it left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the side.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Chase Young, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Burrow, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Here's Burrow.
He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Chase Young in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter, that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 44 yards that time. Off play action. McCarthy. And one more time, that's Watkins. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show.